Let's talk about Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers. Now, obviously, it's a lot of question marks around this Packers team and this organization. How would they look without Aaron Rodgers? And is this team still a playoff caliber team? I look at the Green Bay Packers as a team that can be very solid and can even push to make the playoffs. When you look at the names on this roster, they have a lot of good names defensively. Can they put it together? And will the coaching staff be able to coach these guys up and get them over the hump? Jordan Love, this is his first time starting for a full season. He was selected in the 2020 NFL draft in the first round. There's a lot of question marks around drafting Jordan Love in the first round. When they made that trade up, were they going to get wide receiver help to go out and help Aaron Rodgers? We're going to go get defense to go help bolster up the team. Instead, they went the future route. Prepare for the future, and the future is now. And the Green Bay Packers have to get him ready. And this has to be the time for Jordan Love to take that step to prove that he is a franchise quarterback. He sat behind Aaron Rodgers for a couple of years. The same formula that Aaron Rodgers did when they had Brett Favre. And Aaron Rodgers wasn't happy about that. But Aaron Rodgers is no longer with this team. You have some good pieces around Jordan Love, especially in the running back room. Aaron Jones is a very good running back, and A.J. Dillon. A.J. Dillon is an extremely good power back in the NFL. But Aaron Jones had 1,121 rushing yards, only 2 rushing touchdowns. But A.J. Dillon came in 770 rushing yards and 7 rushing touchdowns. So you have a very good 1-2 punch in the running back room. And the offensive line is very solid with David Bakhtiari and having Zach Tom. Both of those tackles only allowed 1 sack on the season. So I do believe that Jordan Love is going to a good situation. A team that can run the football and work off of play action. That is what Coach LaFleur wants to do. And that's what he has done with Aaron Rodgers for his last couple of years with this team. But when you look at the wide receivers, there is a bit of a question mark there. Christian Watson struggled early on in the season. But in the middle and the back half of the season, he was extremely good. And I believe that he is the number 1 wide receiver for this team. Can he be a number 1 wide receiver week in and week out? Can the drops go down from what they did in his rookie season? As the season progressed, he did get better. Hopefully he can come out red hot for this upcoming season with Jordan Love. 611 receiving yards and 7 touchdowns and average 15 yards a catch on the season. And behind Christian Watson, it is a bit of a question mark to who will be the number 2 wide receiver. Romeo Doubs, I believe, will take that spot with 425 receiving yards last season and 3 touchdowns. He was good towards the end of the season. A lot of things happened with this team on the back half of the season. Just early on, there's a lot of frustrating things going on. The defense was hurt. They're dealing with a lot of injuries. The play calling wasn't up to par defensively as well. And Aaron Rodgers was extremely frustrated, and his play wasn't good at all in the first half either. But you no longer have to worry about that old veteran quarterback calling out these wide receivers. You now have a young quarterback, same age as these wide receivers, and you hope that they can grow together and they can build something together. Now, the tight ends on this team are extremely young. You selected 2 tight ends in the NFL draft, Tucker Kraft and Luke Musgrave. I believe Luke Musgrave will come out and be the starting tight end for this team. He's a very good tight end from Oregon State, selected in the 2nd round. 6'6", 253 pounds, and he's an extremely good blocker as well. He's going to give this team what they want, and he can be a good receiving tight end for this team. So the offense is extremely young. Hopefully that Coach LaFleur can get his game plan together and get these guys over the hump. Where their money needs to be made is on defense. They've been selecting a lot of guys in the first round on the defensive side of the football. They even selected Lucas Van Ness in this draft class. They need to finally get this thing going defensively. I understand that they have a lot of injuries, but the defensive coordinator is going to have to come up with the right game plan to get these guys going. When you look at this defense, you have names such as Kenny Clark, Devontae Wyatt, Preston Smith, Devontae Campbell, Quay Walker, Rashawn Gary, Jair Alexander, and you have Eric Stokes as well. All those guys, when fully healthy, they could be a top defense in the NFL, and they should be a top defense in the NFL. Let's start with the secondary. Jair Alexander has dealt with injuries in the past, but when he's on the field, he's extremely good. He's a very good corner in the NFL, and he's the obvious number 1 corner for this team. Eric Stokes dealt with injuries last year, but his rookie season, he was extremely good and he was locked down. If these two can stay healthy, they can be a top cornerback tandem in the NFL. Now look at their pass rushers. Rashawn Gary has dealt with injuries in the past, But when he's on the field, he's extremely good. 6 sacks last season, 1 forced fumble in 9 games. Preston Smith is a good linebacker to have. 8.5 sacks, 1 forced fumble. Devontae Campbell is a good veteran to have as well. 2 interceptions last season. And Kenny Clark is a very good run-stopping defensive lineman. So when I look at this team and adding in Lucas Van Ness from Iowa, who's going to come in and also help you with the pass rush off the edge as well, they should be a top defense in the NFL. I like Rasul Douglas's game as well. He's a good corner with this team. I do question the guys at the safety position. Darnell Savage, he has these times to where he comes out and he looks extremely good. Then he has games to where you scratch your head and say, where's the Darnell Savage from a couple weeks ago to where he played like a top safety with this team? He has to be more consistent. But I expect for this team to be extremely good and be in the race. I don't know if they can win this division because the talent on the offense being so young. And you look at the other teams in this division, the Detroit Lions, their offense is there, but their defense is a question mark. The Chicago Bears, nothing is proven just yet, but they made a lot of good moves around Justin Fields. Can they win this division? And the Minnesota Vikings, they won the division last year, but their defense was one of the worst defenses in the entire NFL. So it's question marks about every single team in this division. So you just can't count out the Green Bay Packers because they're bringing in an unknown quarterback in Jordan Love. He's set behind Aaron Rodgers. So hopefully he's learned a lot and he can come in and pick up the pace immediately. And I expect for that to happen. I expect for this team to be in the race to win this division. And I would not be surprised they have one of the better defenses, if not one of the best defenses in the NFL. But let me know in the comment section below, how do you feel about the Green Bay Packers? And in my opinion, if they can't get this defense going, they need to have a lot of questions about the general manager or the defensive coordinator in general. If these guys can't stay healthy, that's a different conversation. But with the talent that they have defensively, it is no reason healthy that this Green Bay Packers defense shouldn't be top tier. But let me know about how you feel about Jordan Love in the comment section below and how you feel about the Green Bay Packers. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you like the video, hit the like button. Most importantly, want each and every last one, guys, stay safe, stay positive. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Peace.